What's going on, everybody? You're probably wondering, who the hell is that? And it is me. Yes, it is me, Crazy Crab. My real name is Eric, by the way, but I'm coming to you in person, face reveal, right here, and I'm going to tell you why. And it all goes back to when I started this YouTube channel as Crazy Crab, thinking I was going to talk Star Wars. There was going to be a lot of positivity, and it kind of changed to a point where there was a lot of negativity, a lot of serious topics, and things just got to a point that I was more pissed off than anything else at Star Wars, at a lot of the entertainment we're getting, at a lot of the SJW stuff that's out there. And finally, I kind of stopped making videos. At least I didn't make them as much as I used to. I kind of gave up on the channel, even though it's done great. I've got 900 plus subs, almost at 1,000. But at the same time, I realized I don't even feel like talking about this stuff half the time, especially not dressed up like a dang crab. If I'm going to talk about all this stuff and be real with y'all, I got to be real with y'all. So I thought today I would just kind of go back and talk about Star Wars, because that's what this channel was originally going to be about. At a point in time, it was even called Crazy Crab Star Wars, or Crazy Crab Talk Star Wars. I can't remember, but it had Star Wars in the name. I took it out and just said I'm just going straight Crazy Crab, and even then, just couldn't do it very well. And now with this new Copa thing coming out, and Copa's coming after channels that look like they're for kids, and like, okay, are you going to consider a crab looking for kids? What if I grow and get, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 subs someday? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what if? What if I do? Do I got to worry like, oh God, they're going to shut my channel down, they're going to find me, they're going to do all this? I don't even want to worry about it. So I said, you know what? It's time to turn the camera on. It's time to talk real. I have another channel that I do talk in person just like this. It's a baseball channel. It's done great. It's doing well. Got over 1,000 subs over there, and I thought, why not just go ahead and do it here? I'll keep the name Crazy Crab because that's what I'm known as. But it's time to just talk in person. So let's go back to before I started the channel. I actually started the channel. I didn't put out any videos, but I opened it up. I called it Crazy Crab. I got the graphics. I got everything set up. And this was right before The Last Jedi was coming out. At this point in time, I'm thinking Star Wars is in good shape right now. It's wonderful. I mean, it's not perfect. Obviously, The Force Awakens, I wasn't happy with The Force Awakens, but there was so much I liked about it too. I liked the characters. I even liked Rey. I liked Finn. I liked Poe. I loved Kylo Ren. I was like, okay, they got this new guy, Snoke. They didn't show much, but oh boy, he's going to get some major development. We're going to find out about this character. This is obviously the Emperor type guy, but it's not the Emperor because the Emperor is clearly dead. More on that later. But you got this guy named Snoke, and he is like, this is a powerful dude. I can't wait to find out more about him. You set up a lot with Rey. Like, she's somebody, okay? Who is she related to? What is the deal? Or is she related to somebody? We're going to find out what's going on. What's with those visions and that flashbacks that she had when she touched the saber? And how come when Han Solo asked Maz Kanata, said, where did you get Luke's lightsaber from? And she said, a long story or something like that, for another time. Now, at the time, I'm like, that's pretty weak. That's pretty weak right there. Ooh, plot conveniences. Long story for another time. But at the same time, I'm like, well, there's still 2 more movies. Maybe that will get explained. So, I watched The Force Awakens, and I didn't like it. I thought it was a lot of plot conveniences. I thought it was, I hated the R2 storyline with it being in a coma or whatever because he misses Luke and he's a low power mode. I thought that was lame. A lame way to give more screen time to BB-8, this new soccer ball. So, I had some problems with it. Do not get me wrong, but it was fine. It was fine. It was like, okay, this is leading to so much that can be so great. I can see the second movie in this trilogy really knocking it out of the park. J.J. Abrams was the safe pick. Now they got Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is obviously a science fiction guy. He's had some pretty good films that, at least Brick and what was the other one? Looper. Not bad, okay? I don't mind this move at the time because clearly they're going to communicate. Clearly J.J. Abrams is going to talk to Rian Johnson. Clearly they have an overarching plan here. The story's going to have a middle, beginning, and an end. They're not just going to throw shit at the wall as they go. I mean, that would be just ludicrous to think that a corporation with billions and billions of dollars and endless resources, all these talented writers, directors, producers, Kathleen Kennedy, she's been in the biz forever. Clearly, they're not just going to go up there and just like, let's do this, 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 and it's going to be a hot mess. And that's exactly what they did. And it started with The Last Jedi. So Rian Johnson, as I find out, got full reign to do whatever he wanted. He didn't even have to watch The Force Awakens. He could do whatever he wanted. And I went to watch that movie right when I'm starting my YouTube channel. And I was heartbroken. I walked out of that theater just so disappointed. But even then, Even then, I wasn't sure how I felt. And you can see in my first review on this channel, I'm a little bit generous to The Last Jedi, more so than I would be now, because I rewatched it, and obviously we've talked about it, and you just realize that it just destroyed everything. It was horrible. It was a horrible movie in so many ways. But it was fine, you know? You can forgive a bad movie. But then the attacks started coming. Then we were racist. Then we were sexist. Then we were intimidated by women. We didn't want progression. We didn't like Asians. What is this? What is it? Because we didn't like this character? We don't like Asians? We're racist now? What is this? And then I'm making videos talking about how Rian Johnson talked about how we need more white guys. We need less white guys directing Star Wars movies when he's a white guy directing a Star Wars movie. And I felt that it was a racist comment. So I made a video about it as the crab. And kind of rightfully so. People said, so what is this red crab freaking out about racism? It looked funny. But part of my show is to be funny. That's what the whole point was. It was funny and entertaining. But no, I did not plan to talk about racism and sexism and important topics like that, because I didn't think that anybody would call me or anyone else these names for not liking this trash movie called The Last Jedi. But you know what? I went with it. Took the insults. We kept on making videos, kept on rolling, talked about other topics, SJW stuff everywhere. I started writing songs and recording music about the SJW nonsense. Funny stuff, got some traction. That was awesome. But at the same time, I'm sitting there like, dude, this ain't going like I planned. Yet another movie still coming out, though. The plot leaks start coming out. They're horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I skipped over that. They put out that cartoon that makes Leia out to be just... Apparently they think that's powerful when you're a complete B-word. And that's how she was acting in that cartoon. And it was horrible. Slapping around Luke, just shooting acting like a psychopath. What was that? They're supposed to be a team. Yeah, they bicker and stuff. That wasn't bickering. That was her just acting like a psycho. That's their idea of progression. That's their idea of showing women more powerful and men as weak little sissies going, It was pathetic. But anyway, this new movie comes out, which I haven't seen because I'm not going to spend my money on it. I know you might say, well, if you haven't seen it, you can't criticize it. That's true to a certain extent. I can't really criticize the movie. I haven't seen it. It's possible I can go watch it and say, it wasn't so bad. It's possible I can go watch it and say, oh my God, this was worse than The Last Jedi. And based on the plot leaks and based on what I've heard and based on the reviews I've seen, I don't believe I would like it. And I know it's hard, going to movies already knowing you're not going to like it. But when you've already heard the entire plot, when you already know what's going to happen, and I hate everything about it, more than likely, I'm not going to like it. It sounds completely stupid. It sounds like a 5-year-old wrote it. Someday I'll watch it, but I can't watch it right now because to watch it requires me to go spend money on it. And doing that says I am happy with this company and the services they've been providing, and I will continue to pay them. Hell no. I'm not even going to pay for another movie to go see that because I don't even feel that that's right. Because I'm still going to see their product and consume their product, but I'm not paying them for it. I did it with Solo, by the way. But after I did that, I kind of thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. If I don't feel like I want to pay for their movie, I'm not even going to bother watching their movie. I'll watch it at some point that I can for free. Until then, I'm not watching it. So looking back on the trilogy, I don't feel that the word tragedy is out of place. I feel that that's what it was. It was tragic because you're taking an opportunity to continue this story. You have billions and billions of dollars. You have endless resources. You have all the talent in the world, and you have Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Billy D. Williams, alive and well, ready to come back and do this. What an opportunity. What an opportunity right there. And what did they do? They threw it out the window because they don't give the first F about Star Wars. Which is absolutely astonishing because you would think that Disney, who owns Lucasfilm, would be over them saying, you guys, you got to put some effort into it. You got to make some good movies here. They didn't do that. They let Kathleen Kennedy do what she wanted, and Kathleen Kennedy doesn't care. She said, hey, JJ, do something here. Throw it out there just as long as you put in these little messages I want. Hey, Ryan, go ahead and do what you do, but just put in these little messages I want. That's all I really care about. Hey, JJ, can you come back and see what you can do? Do your best, okay? And put these little messages in there. We need to please everyone. Let's have a make-out scene with some lesbians. Let's do that. We need to please the Reylo crowd. Make sure that Reylo, their little make-out scene there. Okay, we got that there. Oh, people are mad at The Last Jedi. Let's make some FUs to The Last Jedi. We got to do that. Okay, we got that in there. Oh, people are mad because they want old stuff back. Let's bring back the Emperor because that makes total sense. Because these idiots will eat anything up. What a tragedy, man. What a tragedy. And now Carrie Fisher's passed. Mark Hamill's older. Harrison Ford's older. They're not coming back. They're not redoing it. It's done. It's over. It's done. We still have the original trilogy. We still have the prequel trilogy. This Disney trilogy, it's garbage. It's a hot mess. It's worse than it's worse than any fan film. I can't imagine any fan of Star Wars doing worse than they did with that type of budget, with those type of resources. I can't imagine it. I mean, yeah, not everybody's a good screenwriter. Not everybody could come up with something. But you know what? Can't be any worse than that garbage as a trilogy. It's horrible. And again, I haven't seen the third one. So granted, I haven't seen the third one, but I think I've heard enough to believe it is garbage. And even if it's not, even if I like it in isolation, which is possible, Star Wars Theory liked it, and I respect his opinion, it's possible I watch it and say, it's possible. But I'm going to tell you right now, the trilogy is hot garbage. Hot garbage. And I highly doubt I would like episode 9 because everything I'm hearing about it, it's not my style of movie. When you're talking about the first part of the movie going boom, 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 never letting you set your feet, just going boom, exposition, wipe, exposition, wipe, exposition, wipe, exposition, wipe, exposition, wipe, exposition, wipe. That's what I've heard it's like. That's not going to cut it with me. I don't enjoy that type of movie. And then the fan service. You know what I hated most about the prequels was the fan service. The fan service was annoying to me. What is R2 doing here? What is C-3PO doing here? What? Anakin made C-3PO? That was annoying to me. And here we got the Emperor back. That's even worse. That's even worse because the Emperor was killed by Darth Vader. That's his whole arc. That's the whole thing. The whole 6 episodes built towards that. Redemption. Anakin takes out the Emperor. Now he's back so that Rey could take him out. Is that what it was? And Reagan, the little French kid with Kylo. Guys, I'm telling you. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But I want to review movies, and I want to talk about things like that and talk about the craziness. And it's just, I think the crab ran its course, and now with the COPA thing and all that, it's time to just come out and let you know what's up, you know. My name is Eric, also known as Crazy Crab. I'm going to keep the title for the time being, Crazy Crab. You guys know me. I consider myself part of the Fandom Menace. Because I appreciate the Fandom Menace is a place where you can be honest about movies without being attacked, without being called racist, without being called sexist. You can let your opinions be known. If you don't like a character who happens to be female, doesn't mean you're sexist. If you don't like a character that happens to be black, doesn't mean you're racist. That's all I got to say. So, I appreciate all your support over the past couple years. The new year's coming, 2020, and we're coming full force right here. I'm going to have some videos coming over on Entertainment Hackers channel as well. Check him out if you don't already know about him. And you all have a great day. And just wanted to go through that whole deal with Star Wars and how it's led to this point where I feel like it's just not fun anymore talking about it because it's hot garbage. Have a fantastic day, guys. I'll talk to you next time.